What's up, guys? It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and the first thing I did this morning was go work on this Buick, unfortunately, because I came out to a flat this morning and I had to plug this tire. So the day's off to a good start, but that's not what we're trying to do today. Let me show you what we are going to be doing. It's going to be having to do with the 97. So the idea for today is this. The 97 has been acting funny, and it's basically, it starts and idles perfectly, and then at a certain amount of throttle or a certain amount of RPM, it breaks up really bad. And just my gut feeling based on the symptom is that the ignition control module may be bad. This one is original. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to change this ignition control module out. But since this is sort of experimental and I don't want to spend a lot of money just in case I'm wrong, the first thing we're going to be doing is going to the junkyard and picking up one of these that is not too expensive. The first thing to do if you're going after a specific thing in the junkyard is to remove the one that's on the car. That way you know what tools you're going to need to get the other one out. The first thing we're going to do here is remove all the coils. You can get these out with a 5.5 millimeter socket on an extension. And I'm just going to take each coil with the wire still attached and lay it up out of the way like that, so I don't have to with all the coils unbolted, it's essentially in here loose. You just got to take a 7 millimeter wrench and unscrew the wiring harness right like this from the bottom, and it's out. And now I know exactly what I need to go to the junkyard and pick up another one. And with that off, it is time to go to the junkyard, take our tools, and go get this part. For that, I'm going to be driving the Buick today, now that the tire's fixed. And I've got everything in my tool bag. I'll show you that. I suggest everyone get a good tool bag for junkyard runs. It makes a big difference, makes it easier to keep up with everything. So let's get in here and get this done. And we're back from the junkyard. Sorry, but the junkyard would not let me film for some reason. So whatever, forget them. Let's get on with this though. This is the replacement for this that I picked up there. So we're just gonna screw the wiring back in first. Just like this. Then you can just lay it on here. It'll line up with certain holes like that. And then one at a time, we're just going to put these coils back where they were. Once you get one on there and get a couple bolts started, it'll hold itself where it's supposed to be pretty easy, so it's not too big of a deal there. And I don't remember if I mentioned it, but this is a 5.5 millimeter socket. I believe there's a standard size that'll fit this too, but I didn't have it, so the 5.5 millimeter fits it just fine. So that's what I'm using. And remember, if you use any power tools on this, use them set to a very low power setting, because this is a small fastener and you don't want to over torque that and damage it. Just want to make sure that's snugged down. Doesn't need to be super crazy tight or anything. there we go. It's all back together. Only thing left to do now, crank it up, see how it runs, drive it down the road, and see if the problem is gone. And that is how to replace the ignition control module on pretty much all 3800s. It's pretty much exactly the same procedure, whether it's supercharged or not, or what year it is. So in this case, it did not fix the problem completely that this one's having. So I'll look into it some more. We'll see how it's going. But either way, I wanted to film this because I thought it would be good for somebody who's never done it before. So like this video, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.